Hello, my dear student. How are you? Hope that all of you are fine. I am also fine. I am Saiful Islam, lecturer of mathematics, Milestone College. Welcome all of you to my online class. Today, I will discuss about exercise 8.2 of your hard math. So, let's start our class. Exercise 8.2, that is about trigonometry. Already, you have completed exercise 8.1. I think all of you know the name of all six ratios, that are sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta and cosec theta. I think all of you know these six ratio, trigonometric ratio. Now we want to know what is the position of this six ratio in Cartesian plane. Look, I have drawn two perpendicular line to each other. This is x-axis and this is y-axis, and this is the origin, that is O00. This origin OX, this line is called initial line. Initial line. This line is known as initial line. So OX is initial line. So the degree will start from this line. So we can consider this is 0 degree initial, that is starting point, that is 0 degree. But look, what is it? This is 90 degree, since all the part of this 4 is 90 degree. So if this is 0 degree, it should be 90 degree. Here 90 degree we can write as pi by 2, since pi radian is equal to 180 degree. So 180 by 2, that is 90 degree. Similarly, after that it will be more 90 degree, that is 90 degree plus 90 degree, that is 180 degree. 180 degree we can write as 5. After more 90 degree, it will be 270 degree, that is 3 pi by 2. 3 pi by 2. After more 90 degree, it will be complete a circle, that is 360 degree or 2 pi. Look, these two line, I mean x-axis and y-axis, divide this plane into 4 part, and this 4 part has their individual name. This is initial line, and we know for the positive angle we should go through the anti-clockwise. Already you have learned this at exercise 8.1. So if you go anti-clockwise, that means in this direction, so it will be the first quadrant. So this is first quadrant, that is one part out of 4 part. After that it will be second quadrant. After that it will be third quadrant, and it will be fourth quadrant. Look, that means from 0 degree to 5 by 2, I mean 90 degree, from 0 degree to 90 degree, this is first quadrant. So the range of the first quadrant is from 0 degree to 90 degree. Second quadrant, that is from 90 degree to 180 degree, that is pi by 2 to 5. So the range of second quadrant is start from 90 and into 180 degree. Similarly, third quadrant, the range of the third quadrant is 180 degree to 270 degree. And again the range of the fourth quadrant, that is 270 degree to 360 degree. These are the range of these 4 quadrants. Now this 6 ratio lies in which quadrant? Positive or negative, we will find out that one, or we will memorize that one. At first quadrant, we know at the first quadrant all the ratio are positive. All these 6 ratio are positive in the first quadrant. So we should write over there all positive. That means from 0 degree to 90 degree all the ratios value is positive. Sin 0 degree, sin 30 degree, sin 45 degree, sin 60 degree, sin 90 degree, we know these are positive. Already we memorize it. Similarly, cos, sec, tan, cot, cosec, all are positive in first quadrant, that is from 0 degree to 90 degree. Now second quadrant, from 90 degree to 180 degree only 2 ratio are positive, remaining 4 are negative. Which are these 2 ratio? These 2 ratio are sine, and the opposite of sine is cosec. So sine and cosec are positive in the second quadrant. Now third quadrant, there is also 2 ratios are positive and remaining 4 are negative. Which 2? Tan and the opposite of tan is cot are positive in third quadrant. That means from 180 degree to 270 degree we will got the positive value from tan theta and cot theta, and get the negative value from the other 4 ratios. Now fourth quadrant, remaining 2 are the positive in the fourth quadrant. Which 2 are remaining? Yes, cos, and the opposite of cos is sec. Cos theta and sec theta are positive in the fourth quadrant. So what do you mean by positive and negative? Look, again I wanted to brief it. All positive, that means from 0 degree to 90 degree all the ratios value is positive. From 90 degree to 180 degree only sine and the cosec are positive, but tan, cot, cos, sec, these value are negative. Similarly, from 180 degree to 270 degree, tan and cot, the value of tan and cot are positive, and the value of sine, cosec, cos, sec are negative. Similarly, the fourth quadrant, from 270 degree to 360 degree only cos theta and sec theta are positive, but sin theta, cosec theta, tan theta, cot theta are negative. You should memorize this, and after that you can apply it in the maths. So now I will show you the math from this exercise now. Now question number 1. Find the value of the following without using calculator. There are 2 questions in 1 number question. We will solve the 1 number. First one, that is cos 5 by 4 divided by cos 5 by 6 plus sin 5 by 3. We will find the value of this without using any calculator. Here cos 5 by 4. What do you mean by cos 5 by 4? 5 by 4 means how many degree? We know phi is equal to 180 degree. So 5 by 4 it will be 45 degree. So what is the value of 45 degree? We know the value of 45 degree is 1 by root over 2. Now cos 5 by 6. 5 by 6 is how many degree? 5 by 6, that is 180 by 6, 30 degree. What is the value of cos 30 degree? Yes, the value of cos 30 degree is root over 3 by 2. Again sin 5 by 3. 5 by 3 means 180 by 3, that is 60 degree. So what is the value of sin 60 degree? We know the value of sin 60 degree is root over 3 by 2. Now we will calculate this to find out the value. Now calculate it. If you do the LCM over there, it will be 2 root over 3 plus root over 3. After that, it will be 1 by root over 2, 2 root over 3 by 2, 2 cancel. This is 1 by root over 2 into 1 by root over 3. If you multiply these two number, it will be 1 into 1. Root over 2 into root over 3. What will be the answer? We know root over 2 into root over 3, that is root over 6. So the answer is 1 by root over 6. This is the answer of question number 1. We have find out the value of this without using any calculator. Now question number 2. If cos theta is equal to minus 4 by 5 and phi less than theta less than 3 pi by 2, then find the value of tan theta and sin theta. Look, we will find the value of tan theta and sin theta. It is given cos theta is equal to minus 4 by 5. But the important thing is this condition. This is a condition. Here the value of theta is between phi to 3 pi by 2. That means pi to 3 pi by 2, that means third quadrant. So the value of theta is here third quadrant. So in the third quadrant we will find the value of tan theta and also sin theta if cos theta is equal to minus 4 by 5. Now the solution given cos theta equal to minus 4 by 5. From cos theta it is difficult to find out the value of tan theta, but it is very easier to find out the value of sin theta, because we know sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So convert it into square. Cos square theta, it will be minus 4 by 5 whole square by taking the square on the both side. Both side. Now it will be cos theta. We know cos theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta, and this is 16 by 25. So sin square theta is equal to 1 minus 16 by 25. Now sin square theta, if you subtract it, you will get 25, and it will be 25 minus 16. So sin square theta is equal to 9 by 25. So we got the value of sin square theta, but we need the value of sin theta. So if you want to find out the value of sin theta, what should you do? You should take the square root on the both side. So it will be sin theta is equal to plus minus root over 9 by 25. So therefore sin theta is equal to plus minus 3 by 5. We know the root over of 9 is equal to 3 and the root over of 5 is equal to 25 is equal to 5. So the value of sin theta is plus minus 3 by 5. But by following this condition, this is positive or negative or both we will take here. Now we will determine that one. Look, this is by the condition pi less than theta less than 3 pi by 2, theta is lies in third quadrant. We know sin theta is positive or negative. We know sin theta is negative on the third quadrant, because we know tan theta and the opposite of the tan theta, that is cot theta, are positive in the third quadrant and the remaining 4 are the negative. So sin theta must be negative in the third quadrant. We know sin theta is negative in third quadrant. Therefore sin theta is equal to minus 3/5. Now we will find out the value of tan theta. We know tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. And what is the value of sin theta? Just now we have find out the value of sin theta, that is minus 3/5. And it is given cos theta is minus 4/5. So minus into minus, the minus divided by minus, it will be plus, and it remain 3/5 into 5/4. If you cancel these two, you will get 3/4. So the value of tan theta is 3/4, and we know in the third quadrant the value of the tan theta is positive, and it is positive. So ultimate answer is sin theta is equal to minus 3/5, tan theta is equal to 3/4. Now question number 5. Look, from number 5, given tan A is equal to minus 5/12 and tan A and cos A have opposite sign. Find the values of sin A and cos A. Now we will find out the value of sin A and cos A. It is given the information tan A is equal to minus 5/12, but it has given a condition tan A and cos A have the opposite sign. That means tan A is negative, so cos A should be positive. Now in which quadrant tan A is negative but cos A is positive? Yes, in fourth quadrant tan A is negative and cos A is positive. So we will find out the value of sin A and cos A in fourth quadrant. Let's start the solution. Look, at first we will write given tan A is equal to minus 5/12. Now take the square on the both sides. Tan square A equal to minus 5/12 whole square. Taking the square on the both sides. Now tan square A is equal to sec square A minus 1, and it will be 25/144. Now sec square A, it will be 25/144 plus 1. This 1 come to this side and it will be plus sign. Now 1 by cos square A, we know sec square A is equal to 1 by cos square A is equal to, if you add these two number, LCM will be 144 and it will be 25 plus 144. So 1 by cos square A is equal to 169/44. We need to find out the value of cos A. So we need to reciprocal over there. If you take the reciprocal, it will be cos square A is equal to 144/169. Now we will find out the value of cos A from cos square A. Now cos A is equal to what? Plus minus root over 144 by 169. Therefore, cos A plus minus 12 by 13. But we know cos A is opposite of the tan A, and tan A is negative, so cos A should be positive. Since tan A is negative, so cos A equal to 12 by 13, I mean plus 12 by 13. So we got the value of cos A. If you know the value of cos A, you can find out the sin A very easily. So now we will find out the value of sin A. We know tan A equal to sin A by cos A, but we will find out the value of sin A. So sin A will be sin A equal to tan A into cos A. We know the value of tan A is minus 5 by 12, minus 5 by 12, and the value of cos theta, just now we have find out the value of cos A, that is 12 by 13. So cancel these two. The value of sin A is minus 5 by 13, minus 5 by 13. So this is the value of sin A. So my dear student, hope that you have understood. If you have any inquiry, any question, you may ask your subject teacher. See you again. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.